So we have a young lady here who says she was denied access to a Spirit Airlines flight because of the clothes she was wearing. So let's get into it and let's see what she was wearing. Let's see what all the hubbub is about. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Let's hit it.
You may know Spirit Airlines for its signature Bear Fare. Well, now a Chicago
Mhm.
woman says she wasn't allowed to board a flight from Miami to Chicago after she was accused of bearing too much.
And during the ordeal, her sister was arrested.
Didn't Spirit get the Airline of the Year award this year? It was either Spirit or Frontier. I think it was Spirit. Anywho.
Our Charlie DeMar joins us now to show us how this chaotic scene played out. Charlie.
And Joe and Erica, those sisters are now back in Chicago. They tell me they are healing and processing everything that they experienced in Miami. And all
Healing. Self-inflicted wounds, you are healing.
of it stems from a pair of shorts that Spirit Airlines deemed were a little too short.
Well,
These are just regular shorts. This is how I walk through the airport with these shorts on.
half of them underwear. And them like that's underwear. Why in the man? I remember when I was old enough to understand riding in the airplanes, right, going through airports, and you would see these girls in pajamas. I couldn't and flip flops. I couldn't understand it. Like, why in the hell are you walking through the airport in pajamas, in bed attire? And then you would see some ladies with booty shorts on, like with the bottom of their cheeks hanging out. I'm sorry, ladies, but ladies are too free spirited for me nowadays. And I use the term ladies loosely. They don't care. It's all about this body positivity. You know what I'm saying? Don't shame. Can wear what I want to, no matter how big or how big back or how pencil number two pencil I'm built, pencil like I'm built, or whatever the case may be. They're gonna wear what they want to. I'm tired of seeing young ladies with big bellies, with halter tops, trying to look like the ladies that got six packs and slim and wear a zero size or a size 5 or below pair of pants. I'm sick of seeing that. You know, I mean, I don't get it. You never really see guys do stuff like this unless they're maybe at home or going to the car wash. Not like this. I ain't talking about these shorts. I'm talking about like maybe wear like a tank top, white tank top, like a little muscle shirt or whatever you want to call it. And sometimes guys got the big belly. You ain't gonna see a guy walking around like with no shirt on most of the time and got big belly and big breasts, stuff like that, unless they at home, like comfortable, sitting on their porch, they wear what they want to, don't care. But you cannot go to a grocery store. You cannot go out the house anywhere and not see the majority of women wearing exercise clothes, tights, clothing that form fitting, show every curvature and every dimple in their body. I don't see how women can be comfortable like that. I just don't get it. I wonder what they would do if a guy with with an extended and an extremely long and girthy member would walk around the store with biking tights on and a tank top or whatever. How would the women react, especially when you have little kids in the store and places like that? This is not anything to aspire to be. But then she got this Gucci robe on. It's funny how she called the news people, and when they came to her, she comes outside. She's not in her house, so I guess she don't want to show the house. But she got these big Kumo D glasses on, and this outfit, and this and his Gucci robe on. If you had the robe on and it was, but she couldn't keep it closed. That's the thing. She probably thought she was doing something smart, but I'm tired to go get on the boat, get on the plane. Don't care what I got on. Throw these little old shorts on, put on a Gucci robe. Why you gonna wear sweatpants? It would have been easier to wear sweatpants. As a matter of fact, when she said they came back, when they got back to Chicago, and they asked, well, on her way back to Chicago when she got another flight, and asked her, was she going to wear the same outfit? She said, no, I'm going to wear something a little more modest because I don't want the problems. Why in the hell you don't want the problems in the first place? Why do you have to go through something before you figure out it ain't the right thing to do? But no, let's continue.
Tanisha Grayer says this is the exact outfit that caused turbulence as she tried boarding a flight from Miami to Chicago this week.
You don't have to get in my face. You don't get to tell me what to do.
But she thought she was going to get on Soul Plane wearing that outfit, and she thought it wasn't going to be a problem.
And you don't get to tell me
Yes,
what
I
to do.
do.
We were getting ready to board the plane,
Yes.
and the lady at the front desk, she stopped me and said, "You're not getting on a plane like that." So I looked at her and I said, "Like what?" She said, "With those shorts."
Grayer says the shorts that she wore on the Spirit Airlines outbound flight to Miami were just as short, but she was allowed to board without a problem.
We said that you can't have the bottom or your butt out. That's why this robe is. That's why this robe is on, so that I'm not too revealing. I'm right here. You
Why don't you just put on some, like I said, some sweatpants or some regular shorts or pants? If you know it was going to be revealing, you just put on a robe. Like, what is that supposed to do? That's just lazy and sorry. What they say, shamed of nothing, offended by everything.
need to get out my face. You don't have to address me like that.
In January, Spirit Airlines revised its passenger policies to enforce a stricter dress code, giving the airline the right to deny passengers if they're wearing see-through clothing, exposed breasts, buttocks, or other private parts, or wearing lewd, obscene, or offensive clothing and tattoos.
So they changed the dress code in January. Tell me, young lady and fellow Spirit passengers, why would they feel the need to change their policies when it comes to dress codes? It's because there were probably a plethora of complaints when people were getting on airplanes with near nothing on. Again, people have children. They don't want them to be exposed to your body parts. I hold on. I remember there was a video within the last couple of years where there was a lady, I think, walking in the airport with like a dress on, and she had like a slit all the way up to damn near her bladder area, and you can see everything under it. Y'all remember that video? And thought they was doing something cute. Well, that's the reason why Spirit probably went and changed their dress code. What did it say? Not allowed see-through clothing, exposed breasts, buttocks, or private parts, lewd or obscene clothing, and tattoos. Now, you know the problem with this is not the problem, but what you got to understand what this is. This is based upon interpretation. So, however Spirit interprets their laws is how you have to abide by them. You may go, you may wear something today or yesterday, and it's just fine. But then tomorrow you can wear the same outfit and now it's lewd or obscene. Their interpretation, and but whatever it is, you have to abide by. So just wear something modest. People run businesses. They want to keep their customers, long-term customers, and they're trying to. If one person want to act up, and 200 people on the plane got a problem with it, rules will be changed in order for that one person to not fly, either fly right or don't fly at all. They don't care because the other 99 people are going to be all right. You understand what I'm saying? Get that through your head.
Or offensive clothing and tattoos.
Contract of carriage.
Clint Henderson is managing editor for the travel website and blog, The Points Guy.
They're well within their rights to kick people off who they don't feel are dressed appropriately.
That's the voice of Grayer's sister in the background, Jessica Kordaluski.
like a real criminal.
She was arrested, booked, and later released in Miami for disorderly conduct at the gate, which caused the flight to be delayed.
Going home. Going on a flight and going home.
Now, Spirit Airlines said in a statement that Grayer refused to comply with the dress code when she was given an opportunity to do so. Now, again, the sisters, they're back in Chicago, and Kordaluski was placed on Spirit Airlines' no-fly list. We are live in the newsroom tonight. Charlie DeMar, CBS News, Chicago. Joe and Erica, thank you.
So now you can't fly Spirit no more. They said they gave you an opportunity to change your clothes. They didn't just initially say, "Oh, we don't like your shorts, so you can't fly." So I mean, you're wearing a Versace robe, so that I believe, costs a pretty penny. So you acting like you got a lot of money in your pocket. So you could have just went to one of them shops in the airport, because it was Miami, some whatever airport in Florida. So I'm sure they got shops in there where you probably could have bought some sweatpants or some shorts or something just to cover up, and then get on the plane. And then you had to go through this. So now your sister, she's been put in jail. So that's money in the courts. She probably got a citation, a ticket, so that's something they got to pay. Court, you know what I'm saying? Probably have to come back to court or pay the fine. So now she's in the system. Now you can't go back to Florida. So your sister probably won't. Your sister say she's not going back to Florida back ever, or Miami ever again. Which, well, I'm quite sure Miami is not really tripping on that. All that for what? All that for what? Because you are offended by everything and ashamed of nothing. And so you see where it got you. But that's crazy, man. But anyway, man, tell me what y'all think about this story. These young girls need, but it's time. It's time for laws and rules to be enforced. I did a video where the mayor of Savannah, Georgia, was saying that with these kids out here in these malls shooting up stuff, ditching school, skipping school, I heard committing crimes, that parents need to start being held responsible for the youth. And people were saying, "Oh, you shouldn't hold parents responsible. The kids do." Well, if you're supposed to be in your care to the age of 18, yeah, you pretty much are. But he was saying that there are laws that are already in place. All they just have to be enforced, and they're just not enforced. And when you don't enforce laws and rules, no matter where you go, eventually someone is going to extend them and bend them and then break them. And then you got to go back to say, well, dang it, we need to go back to enforce. We need to go back to enforce the laws that are already in place. Like I said, I agree with them. Hey, if they do something they ain't got no business and they breaking laws, then by all means, enforce it. Just start back. You got to go back to the beginning. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share with the world. Have intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.